doors. Neon lights cut dogs when mad. Rain beat bruises in the floors. I walked out to the center field, arms wide like a hangman's cross. Boots in mud, smoke on my breath, laughing like I own the loss. Thunder hit down on my shoulder bone, tore shirt, peeled off some skin. I said, good, at least you heard me, son. Now keep the beat, let's begin. Storm said, boy, you're gonna break. I said, I already did. If you're God's big drum, I smiled, then hit me where I live. I didn't fear the thunder, I made it keep the beat. Turned every sky split roar into boots on concrete. While the good folks prayed for the storm to pass, I danced with the lightning in the churchyard grass. If the night wants kings who kneel and hide their heat, then I'm the wrong sinner, kind of standing tall on both feet. I didn't chase the light, didn't beg for a retreat, I just laughed so loud. The thunder kept my heart beat. Burned out and the stairway low, town lights flickered back on. Roof still shaking, glass still humming, but the worst of the fear is gone. I stood there blackened in a field of ash, shirt torn like a busted flag. Chest still glowing from that heaven hit, pulse banging like a war drum nag. Chef rolled up in a dust-soaked truck, saying, boy, you should be dead. I snapped storm just to my heart upright, now it's louder in my head. A voice inside hissed, you're playing games with fate. I spat rain, if I die, I die standing, not hiding at the gate. I didn't fear the thunder, I made it keep the beat. Let every bolt ride, rhythm in the bones beneath my meat. While they locked their doors and begged the sky for peace, I marched with the storm like a pharaoh priest. If the dark's a choir built on trembling hands and doubt, then I'm the off-key rebel that drowns that silence out. I didn't chase the light, didn't crawl like a seed. I turned the wrath above into my drum to lead. Now when the clouds roll in and the brave boys hit the street, they hear my name in the rumble, in the roll, in the heat. I didn't see defeat, no, I gave it teeth and feet. And every storm since then keeps marching to my heartbeat. I don't want a red sand road at dusk, sky hanging low like smoke, wind full of dust and dead camp song. Sun bled out and broke. He stopped where the world felt thin, where the prayers don't ever land. Pulled that knife from his dirty boot, held it out in a steady hand. Drew one line across his palm, let the red hit open air. Blood flew out like burning birds, and he laughed at the stare. They said, boy, we'll pray you clean. He said, don't waste that rhyme. I got my own kind of covenant, it's written in real time. His blood didn't fall, he learned how to fly, riding on the wind across a black-bone sky. Drew shapes in the sand, then the storm took hold. Carried his name like a half-told story. You can kneel all night, beg to heaven up high. He just cut his hand and let his vow hit the sky. His blood didn't fall, didn't drown, didn't rolled by till the dry heat broke, storm clouds stacking tall. Lightning crawled on the desert's back, rain starting its slow fall. Folks in town slammed windows shut, held their crosses, shut their eyes, 'cause in that wind was a ragged voice riding every gust that cried. Old boss sign shook on a rusty chain. Preacher dropped his glass, said that's him out there in the howl of the air, still cutting through our path. Someone whispered as he cursed or saved, as the thunder splits the land. But the wind just rolled, he wrote his truth in the skin of his own hand. His blood didn't fall, he learned how to fly, turn a torn up palm to a flag in the sky. Every drop that leaves his skin that night came back like a storm with his name inside. You can chain his body, try to pin him to the ground, but you'll hear his vow in the weather sound. Some men live quiet, some live just to get by. He cut himself open and taught his fear to fly. Now when the desert winds rise up and the brave forget their spine, you hear that outlaw riding in the sand and brine. His blood didn't fall, didn't beg to stay dry. It swore on the wind, and it still knows how to fly. No church roof, no stained glass glow, just a graveyard cold and white. Boots and mud smoke on my tongue, all my saints already died. I struck one match with a shaky thumb, held a flame in my rough left hand. Little light trembling like a scared young kid, lost out in no man's land. I whispered low that shivering glow, if I burn out, you burn for me. 'Cause I've run out of holy words, but I still got gasoline. Night said you're alone out here. I said, yeah, that's where I belong. If heaven don't answer no more, then this little fire learns my song. I found God in the fire that prayed in the dark. Tiny little flame in a field full of scars. No choir, no crown, just a trembling spark. Talking back to the void like it owned the dark. When the world went quiet and my faith went blind, that ragged orange light kept speaking its mind. I didn't bow to the night or wait on some holy remark. I just raised my hand and my fire did the prayer word. Names worn down to bone. Rain from nowhere started falling slow, but the wind still cut like stone. Flame climbed up from a nervous flick to a wild, low, hungry roar. Shadows danced on the marble saints like they never danced before. Cracks ran down those weathered slabs, dust shook loose from every name. Looked like the dead was smiling faint in the halo of that flame. I told the fire, if I fold again, you blaze me back to life. It hissed and popped like it understood every wrong I'd caused with night. I found God in the fire that prayed in the dark. Didn't need no roof, no book, no mark, just a busted up man with a match in his fist and a flame that said you still exist. When my faith fell quiet and my voice ran dry, that stubborn little light kept cussing at the sky. I ain't clean, I ain't pure, but I ain't that old ghost in the park. 'Cause I raised my wound to the night and the fire learned to talk. Now when the clouds roll in and the brave hearts lose their spark, I go back to them forgotten stones and cup that glow in my palm. I found God in the fire that refused to die, and as long as it's praying, I keep staying. red clay hill, rope burn wrists and busted lip. Sun hanging low like a worn-out judge, dust stuck to your grip. They tied your arms to a splintered post, boots sink deep in dirt. Said let them scream, maybe God will smile, while they waited on your hurt. First nail bit like a copper snake, running fire through your veins. Crowd leaned in for a holy show, expecting nothing but pain. But you looked up at that empty sky and laughed beneath the strain. Said if all you want's a victim, you picked the wrong kind of pain. Your flesh didn't beg, it started to sing. Rag little hymn on a broken back string. Every drop of blood rings out like a bell. Every wound you were told, hell, go to hell. They came for a show of a man brought low, but you turned that cross to a drum in the glow. Pain taught you melody, line after line, and the hurt kept tempo while the cross kept time. Night slides in like a shadow priest, sky bruised purple and black. Most of them left when the sun went down, didn't dare to look back. Just one preacher with a silver cross, hands shaking at his side, murmured, son, you ought to cry for grace. You said, I already died. Your voice came out all broken glass, but still you wrote that tune. Every breath a crooked cord hanging under the moon. There was a whisper in your ribs, said give in, just let go. You grinned, if I'm this far gone, might as well steal back the show. Your flesh didn't beg, it started to sing. Turn rusted nails into a four-beat swing. Every drop of red hit dust on that hill, like notes on a page only God could feel. They wanted you broken, wanted proof you were done, but your song climbs higher than their setting sun. Pain taught you melody, crooked but prime, and the cross kept count like a cold steel chime. Now when the wind runs past that place at night, it carries your tune in the far-off light. They swore you were finished, but you rewrote the line. 'Cause the flesh that sang while crucified make the darkness keep the time. They laid you down in a pine box suit, boots still caked in dust, head on your chest, cold iron claw. Preacher talking about truck. Candles shook in the church house there, black veil whiskey eye. Every word floating over your grave feels sweeter than their lies. They rang that bell for the very last time, sound rolling over the hill. Somewhere deep in that iron throat, your laugh cut through the chill. They whispered he's gone, let the Lord take hold. Soft hands on a polished pine, but the metal shakes and the echo spoke, and that echo sounds like you this time.
You're the ghost that left
when the bells all rang, to a rebel's hymn. Silence sold it on that room till your crooked grin crawled out the gloom. Death ain't the end, it's a change in the sound. You just traded your boots for the echo in town. Right about 1:30, when the wind crawls down Main Street, that old church bell starts moving slow. Oh, no hands, no ropes, no feet. Bartender freezes with a glass midair. Sheriff drops his smoke, 'cause they hear that chuckle ride the chime, same way you used to joke. A preacher steps out with his Bible raised, calls out into the fog. Boy, you rest, but the night says no in a voice that ain't from God. You tell the dark I ain't done yet, I still got songs to bring. And some cold voice rolls in the rafters, hisses back, then make the silence sing.
You're the ghost that laughed
When the bells all ring,
put a wild backbeat in that holy clang.
every toll that means he's gone, he's through, turned into a chorus that still spells you. They came for closure, came to bury your name, but you wrote